Alright guys, it's time for the weekly garden update. So I'm going to go through the patio garden and then I'm going to show you some of the stuff that happened this week. Okay, so just little tidbits from other videos and other things that, I've included that we found, like cool critters this week. Alright, and then at the end we're going to do the big garden tour. And so things have started to kind of kick off down there, and so I wanted to show you that. Thanks for all of the prayers and stuff for my 7, now 8-year-old and her tick bite. So she's doing much better, and we're hoping to just have a tiny little scar maybe. She's still going through the medicine, so the treatment, and everything's looking good there. She's enjoying walking around with her umbrella because she can't be in the sun and go out, so she goes around with her umbrella outside when she has to. So, I think she's kind of gotten over being scared, and it's gotten to be more kind of like, oh, look, I get to walk around with my umbrella and stuff. But we did have a big week. It was chicken day. So if you saw that video, and I'm just going to show you a slight little piece of that. Chickens in a freezer. Whoop, whoop.
No.
Chickens in a freezer.
No.
Whoop, whoop. That was an exhausting day. I think I'm still recovering from that. So, but that's a big deal for us here. That gives us food security. So if that's something you're interested in, you can click that video. And I think what I'm going to do, because I've included several things that happened this week, is if you look up at the top, I'll have like the little icon, and you can like just rewind the video and click those, and it'll take you straight to those videos. All right, so if that's something you're interested in learning, just do that and click there. So all right, well, let's get this started. Okay, we are gonna start down here. We're gonna start this way and do something different. The wind is blowing. I put my little earphone microphone in, just maybe it'll cut down on the wind, but it is just, look at that. So, the storms are coming, or the rains are coming. So the wind is really dry. It's going to dry stuff out. Plus the sun today beaming down. So I did have to do just a slight bit of watering this morning. So cherry tomato, doing good. Cherry tomatoes. And you're probably like, why don't you have cherries on them? Guess what I did? So the first bloom showed up, and I pinched them off. So could have had tomatoes starting. I pinched the first blooms off. I did it on purpose. It will be okay. It'll be alright. So my kale is actually still rocking it. It's doing good. The lettuce here is doing good. We're slowly getting down to bits of lettuce. More zucchini up here. It's easier for me to kind of watch it up here too, and allow me to just get fresh. You saw you're gonna see, I guess, where doing some stir fries, frying it, just different stuff. All stuff out of the patio garden and porch gardens and our chickens. Carrots are doing good. These are supposed to get a lot bigger. They're gonna have really big tops. They're gonna be longer. I expect them to go all the way down to the bottom of the bed. And I thought at first they were overwhelming the peppers. I was a little worried, but they're actually not. They have flowers on them, and one of these actually has a pepper that has started. So, bug got that right there. So they're coming, so it's all right for that. Artichokes are doing good. I've been pretty successful with doing the artichokes, and I'll show you the new bed down there too. I forgot about that. Another cherry tomato, more carrots, a different one. That is Luna yellow, maybe? Hold on, I'm lying to you. Let me see. What is it? Luna white. So these are Luna whites. And I gotta find my tag here in this group. And these are solar yellow. So we've been picking a few of the carrots, snacking and stuff, letting the kids eat those. I can't eat those because of a latex allergy that I have. Carrots will aggravate it. And I'm already recovering from forgetting about melons because I haven't had melons since last year.
and I made the mistake of eating that last weekend. I avoided the pineapple, ate the melons, and I'm paying for it now. So it broke out behind my knee, not fun, on the edge of my elbow in the crease. So it's wherever there's a crease, it'll really aggravate it. And my lips, I thought maybe it was because there was some banana mixed in, but it turns out, look at that, it just kind of wrapped around my cucumber there, and it's gonna like squish it. That's not good. I have to take you off. There we go. So cucumbers, these are straight 8. So these are the ones that we're growing for Walter. So he is our marine friend that's here in town. And last year he gave us a certain type of tomato to grow, and this year he went and bought these seeds, even though we told him not to. He just thought, I'm gonna at least buy the seeds. So, and it's going great. And it's slowly, I got to take some of that and go back over. Want to see my lima beans? They are doing very well. Now I say that. I have struggled with these this week and last week, and you can see that one going up there. You see I've had to add the strings on here, and that's the only way I can get them up there. They just will not stay up there on their own. So this may not be a solution or do what I think it's, what I thought it was going to do. I think next year the best bet is going to be to actually add them into this bed and have a cattle panel going up. And that's the only way that I'm going to be able to do it, because if I have to have this many strings and stuff, I might as well just have a trellis going up there. So I did add the strings. They are wrapping up that and going, so hopefully that will work. So we will see. And this bed I'm just letting go to seed and kind of grow out and get what we can out of it, and then I'll be clearing it out for something else. The beans I planted right here are doing very well. They're doing excellent. And the lettuce, look at the heads on this lettuce, guys. See that thick stalk? So we can actually pick from here. It'll keep going. Cut the tops off. I've cut the tops off of several of them. And see right there, I cut the top off of that one. And it was a big, just beautiful piece. You may have seen that on Instagram where I posted, or the Facebook page, Wildwood Wonder. So that nice, like, crisp head of lettuce. It was beautiful. Mixed in with my carrots. And, of course, the radishes were here, so beans went into place. Once the lettuce is gone, we'll have more. Now, remember our succession, okay? So this is the second crop. Coming my second pickings. I clipped all of these. And these are still from the first set. So I got to get finished with all this. And then I'm going to go back to that. So nothing's changed over here. These are the same. Squash. I've gathered squash. We've had stir fry. We've had fried squash. Got more coming. We dealt with the squash bugs. And y'all, oh my goodness. So apparently, because I put that bugs were hard. I didn't even show it. It just had a little thing across the bottom. The thing, the front. Bugs were harmed during this week. Y'all, look at that. As I am talking. So I'm gonna have to let you go. I gotta pause. I gotta take care of this. And he's not alive. He's dying. This is the rest of him right there. Okay. So you need to go back and watch my video and see how I tell you take care of this, because he's over now. It's not happening. And that right there is exactly why I said to walk your garden every morning, every afternoon, because they just come out of nowhere, guys. I mean, they're gonna show up. So you need to nip that. You got to walk your garden. You got to investigate. In the morning, take your cup of coffee, walk your garden, enjoy the birds, and listen to them sing, and enjoy God's beauty as you're out there, and just listen and take your cup of coffee and investigate your plants. So that's what you got to do. Oh, see, look, right there. I know I called them seeds in the video, and I apologize. They're eggs. Right there. So I gotta take care of that. And did I tell them about the redbirds? Having to shoot this video vertically because that's a female redbird laying on her nest, and I couldn't get a good view of it horizontal, so I'm sorry.
But there started out to be one blue egg, and now there's two. So she's just chilling there in our butterfly bush. So,
hey, we have beans. See my beans coming? Looking good. So this was the first set of beans that I planted. I believe these are blue. Oh, I got some that's ready to go. Look at that. I gotta get these. Oh my goodness. So, but is there enough? Oh, I have several. They do that. They just grow so fast. And then you're sitting in here and talking about how you need to keep up with your garden. And look, see, even we make mistakes. And I gotta get those. Those will be good tonight. Oh, maybe thinking about another stir fry. I'm pretty sure those are Blue Lakes. And these are contenders right here. But you can see I have those coming too. So, yay! Those, I have some black-eyed peas showing up right here. They are going up along with my clematis that has climbed up, and it's going to climb back down. I also have contender bush beans. They're always bush. They are planted here. They should be popping up pretty soon, along with this kale. So, still haven't repotted my mosquito plants. It's a must. I really need to get that done. Oh, but look at here. Look at that. Oh, loofah sponge, or the loofah gourd. It's going up the trellis, guys. It's trying. And this one I need to, so the second one I've got to get the ladder out and put it up there. And then there's that one. These cool little sprouts right here, and trying to think of what that could be from. Pepper. I guarantee you that's peppers. I ain't able to come out and get it. I've actually, the pumpkins that are out in the garden, the jack-o'-lantern pumpkins, they're from a pumpkin that got thrown in here last year. That's how long the seeds lasted and sprouted, and I used them. So if those were peppers, I am totally using those seeds because y'all know my pepper issue this year. And so there's been several times I've actually come out here and I've dug up the plants. So that will be a plant right there because I'm pretty positive those. Y'all let me know what y'all think they are. I mean, look at that. Look at that seed. That's a pepper seed, guys. Got me some peppers coming. So I get so excited about the littlest things. But it makes my life happy. So, all right. Live for another day. Just washed off our snacks. So this is the purple cosmic carrot. So that's one, and this came out of that first bed. And this one, the red carrot. So when people ask me, is it long enough for carrots? Look, guys. Yeah, it's long enough for carrots. These are fingerling carrots. They're going to be small anyway. And look, this one has pants. He decided he needed some pants. Can't you see him just walking down the street in his pants? Oh. And then these are Rivers turnips. So only 2 of them came up. But it's alright. They just got planted way too late. That's what it was. Yep.
Yeah, I picked that one.
You did pick that one. Yep.
Ooh.
How's your carrot?
Yummy.
Yummy. And that's why they're here. For them to get snacks.
Mm.
You know, everything goes in the compost bucket outside, isn't that right?
Yeah.
What happens to the stuff in the compost bucket?
Maybe one.
Yeah, worms, and it turns into what? You remember?
Soil.
Soil, yeah.
Hey.
Can you share with your brother?
Okay.
Alright. Just give him one. There you go.
No.
Snacking on it like a carrot. blueberries are still not ready. We just keep waiting and waiting, and they're just not ready yet. Oh, patience, patience, patience. Let me just see if I can show y'all the brown grass that has built, and the elderberry. Oh, there she is. Yeah. She's like, what are you doing? Brown thrasher. She's been pretty cool to watch. That's about that. Oh, I go down, y'all. I caught rabbits in my garden this morning, but they were kind of cute. They were out here just hopping and playing in the dew and stuff, and you could tell that they would get too much water on their faces and they'd shake off and stuff. But I had to get it once they started getting in the strawberries. Like, y'all got to go. Yeah, one's going across there. And that's what gets in our gardens, guys. Most of the time, squirrels and rabbits. Oh, there goes the other one. He's in my garden. Eating my strawberry. You're eating my strawberries. Yeah, I see you. You have to go. He's actually pretty big. Oh, let's talk about this. Okay. These bugs here, and my husband's gonna die when he's sitting here like, why do you get them off? These are Japanese beetles, and for some reason they are really highly attracted to our plum trees, and they will sit here and they will nibble those. It'll just look like lace. Well, we have traps that we're waiting to set up until they get really bad, but we do have Japanese beetle traps, and that is where the beetle can go inside of the trap and we don't have to spray anything and we don't have to harm our trees, but it's an attractant and they will get stuck in there. And while we're waiting to put that up, also put them in water. Let me just stick them in some water. I think I got them all off. I haven't seen anyone. They are really bad about, you'll go to grab them and they'll fly and then they'll go, they'll just drop. And they kind of burrow in the grass and you can't see them. So you have to watch them. And bugs have life cycles, guys. You're constantly fighting some bug. So once you garden for a while, you kind of know what bugs to expect and when they're going to come and all that good jazz. And you figure out how to take care of them. So tomatoes, you remember when I put these in the ground and they were little bitty and there was just like this tiny head sticking up out of the soil. Look how big they've gotten. Same thing, I just got their first ties on and I have already come through and I plucked the first blossoms off. So this is this one's second blossom here. So I'm leaving that. So that'll stay. And all the tomatoes are doing pretty good. These are black eyed peas or cow peas, so they're gonna go up the trellis. They are always slower than the llamas. I don't know what's up with that. I guess I need to research it and figure out why. But they are always slower. More tomatoes. Got my squash. I'll pick it tomorrow. It'll probably be ready tomorrow morning. And I have to go back through for my second wave of bug investigations. We looked this morning and I'm gonna have to come back and look again. These are beans. I think they're all contender, I'm pretty sure. Peppers, we got blossoms. We do have a few peppers showing up on there. Zucchini, yep, there's a few. Okay, I was just gonna say, this one doesn't really have a whole lot on there, but I do see them. Oh, look, I got a fresh bug here. I know I have a fresh bug here because I've got fresh eggs. He was pretty obvious about that. So I'm going to have to come back down here. See, peppers, blooms. Uh-oh, the wind blew my zucchini over. I put it back. Oops. Poor guy. Alright, little fella. flip you right back over. Okay. And to check it for bugs. More peppers. These are all bells. Red bells. Yeah, it's that wind. Winds come. Knocked them over. Poor zucchinis. Poor zucchini babies. Oh, I saw the bug. I have to come back and get it. Yay. More tomatoes. These are two different types of ramas. So ramas, Santa Maria's, I think, over there. I think that's how you pronounce that or say that. I don't remember what that is. I'm trying to think of what my pumpkin, oh, I have the name over here. Okay, that's why I have to have cards, because I forget, and I think I'm gonna know. And I forget. I have my teepees here because I'm trying to run them across the teepees and see if I can save space and grow something else in there. It's probably gonna be a watermelon. Spaghetti squash. It's a spaghetti squash. So that'll be a spaghetti squash. More squash coming. Peppers. And then this trellis did not get planted. I'm going to try to run him up here. And then, let's see, what are these? More cowpeas. That one's getting pretty big. It's going to start to put runners off and go. And then that, I'm pretty positive, is a pumpkin. Pumpkin, butternut. No, spaghetti. I'm pretty sure that's the spaghetti. And then I have regular squash in between here. So that'll be my second squash plantings if the bugs don't get to them. So that is a pumpkin. And these pumpkins are the ones I was talking about that came straight from a pumpkin last year out of the worm composting bin. And if you can see already, this one actually has little pumpkins on it already. And up, another bug, another squash bug. Still coming after y'all. And up, see, there's my llamas. They're going. They're always quicker than the cowpeas, always. So more llamas. I don't think I've said it before, and maybe I did, but there's only 2 of these llamas here. The first year I did one on every one, way too many that it took over. They didn't get to, I mean, we still got a lot off of it, but they didn't get to pollinate correctly because there was just so much going on. Last year I did 3. I did 1 on each end and 1 in the middle. Still too much. This year I'm only doing 2. And so we're gonna see how that goes and works. And then on this side I've got cucumbers growing up there. And I think I've started to wish that I would have just did 1 cucumber on each one. But because those back there, cucumbers like a lot of water, which is perfect for these beds because they retain a lot more water because of how this slopes in here. And so they stay really wet. And cucumbers love that, and they are loving it. They're taking off. Pumpkins. Oh, and beans. Beans are all throughout here, so I know it looks sparse. If you thought it was sparse, there's not a lot out here. It's not because I'm trying to give these plenty of space. There is stuff. Those are little beans that are popping up. So I do have beans. And more beans. And you see their little heads just popping up everywhere. That's why I haven't weeded through here, because I need to make sure that my beans come up before I accidentally just go crazy and start weeding everything. And I bet you have a bug on you. Everybody else does. So, pumpkins, more tomatoes. Tomatoes are one of those iffy ones on these beds though, because they do get so wet. So they will be the first ones to show a sign of blight if we end up with it. Cucumbers, already got cucumbers on there going. Poor hubby, he's been working the overtime, so he hasn't been out here with the weed eater. I cannot physically hold the weed eater. I'm not long enough, tall enough. I've tried and it just doesn't work. I can't hold the handles. So it's not that I haven't tried. Loofah, that's another loofah I put out here. More squash. There's beans through here. Squash. Llama. See how that, more llamas. Here we have, these are extra tomatoes. So I did a corner, like a little triangle. The tomatoes are gonna come up here. That's a zinnia. So I'm hoping a big, huge, awesome thing of zinnias will come out. And then I think I'm gonna sprinkle some more seeds in there. Those tomatoes, this will all come out, and hopefully put those peppers that came up in that compost. This is the other side of that one. Oh, and you probably noticed there's tomatoes over there. I have so many tomatoes that I had to make spots for them. But when you run out of tomato sauce in November, something is wrong. We had an awful tomato season last year. I absolutely have no more salsa, no more spaghetti sauce. So I have to have tomatoes this year. And that's why I have tomatoes down here, even in my soggy spots that I know can probably, you know, in the end, I won't get very much off of them. I have them here in the strawberry bed. Going up this, that was actually made for beans. So, but that is the tour of the bottom garden. Did y'all see my elderberries? Aren't they awesome? They make me happy. And over there. But still working on it. It's a work in progress. It's going to be so full, everything. And I have to remind myself of that. I look at it and I think, I don't have enough down here. I don't have enough down here. And then I'm like, wait, Kara, slow down. You got to plant in succession, and you're going to have to replace things. You're going to have like this, you know, like schedule where when things go out, you have stuff coming in. And you're going to run out of room before you know it, because everything's going to grow. So I have to remind myself of that. Ellie, the snake dog. She is the best dog finding snakes, aren't you? If it is any kind of reptile, she is going to smell it out. She's going to find it. We usually know we have a snake because of her. She'll let you know. And then this is okra, and I hope I didn't make a terrible mistake with putting it in this bed because it is so soggy, and it's been extremely slow growing, and I'm pretty sure it's because it's in the wrong place. So I won't grow okra there again. And then strawberries. And that's my husband's comfrey patch, and more comfrey, and there's comfrey everywhere, and there's comfrey in the middle. he would plant everything in comfrey if he could. I'm like, no, I gotta have room. Which is great when we finally get rabbits and chickens again and stuff. And I haven't really addressed that a whole lot of why we don't have more animals. And I'll see if I can't make a video discussing that. About why we don't have animals now and what animals we have had. We've actually had a lot. Here is the artichoke bed. So I've gone through. And I haven't wood chipped all of it because I have that artichoke up there growing. And so I have to put it in here. Artichokes are perennials. So they're going to come back every year. Oh, look at that little fella hiding, y'all. Can you see him? Oh, right there. He's pretty good camouflaged. Yeah. See? His little feet and his tail. Doesn't he look just like that tree trunk? His little eye moving. Isn't that awesome? That's so cool. It's a lizard. There's your camouflage in action, kids. So, alright, so these are artichokes, and that one right there. So this one, and that's kale. This one, don't remember, they're covered up. Let's see, they were the green. So those are the green artichokes, and then there will be one more over here. They are perennials. They're going to come back every year. They work kind of like asparagus, and you can't gather them for the first 3 years. So it's one of those long-term things that you have to be patient with and plant them, and just know you're not going to get a harvest off of them for a while. But then after that, you're going to have them year after year, and I won't have to replant them like I do kale and, tomatoes and pumpkins. So, and that's purple. That's the purple kale. Purple artichoke, and right there, and then I have another one up on the porch, so I'll go right there. So we did have a bluebird move into the nesting box up there. So they've moved in. I haven't seen them in this one, but they are in this one. And then we have grapes up here. I'll show you those. Let's see if I can get up here pretty quick. You're not going to want to watch a super long video. Alright, right here. That's our grapes. So that's some of them. We have several clusters like that. I took a closer look. It's a moth. And she's probably, I'm going to guess, laying her eggs on my bean plant. So all her little babies can't eat my plant. The eggs are getting closer. I've changed it to, we're supposed to, June 6th, we took the thing out, right? Humidity at 70%, 70%, 100. I really thought I cooked them yesterday, y'all. I came in here and it was super cold. Like, this was over here and the humidity was way over here. I was like, oh my goodness, how did I mess it up? So I had to turn it up. I had to pour some water in it. I've been using this. Pour the water in it, and this little thing comes out. And everything I've read is like, don't mess with the incubator, don't open it at all costs. The humidity is really important. And then I come in a little while later and it's way too hot. It's way over here, and the humidity is way over here, and I almost cried. I'm not even gonna lie. I was about in tears. I was like, I've spent this whole time trying to make sure these eggs hatch, and now it's not gonna happen because I've messed it up.
Was it this one?
Huh?
Is it this one?
Yes, this is the one that's moving. But this morning, I keep looking at them just to check, and they'll start moving, and that's how you know they're gonna hatch. And I thought I saw this one move, and then nothing happened for a long time. I was like, well, maybe it was just me trying, imagination. And then a little while later, I thought I saw it move again, and then it didn't do anything. And this kept on all morning long until this afternoon. He has been really teetering back and forth. So I figure he's going to be the first one to hatch over here. The rest of them, I'm just kind of watching. I think every once in a while I see them move. And so we should have some chicks either tonight or tomorrow. I'm going to say tomorrow probably. So have it tomorrow. But that's what's going on. So hopefully we'll have some chicks coming.
Well, that's the end of the tour, guys. And so you can help us out here at the Wildwood Wonder Homestead by subscribing. Click subscribe. Gives us a thumbs up. Share on social media, or just send it in Messenger to somebody you think that would be interested or would love the knowledge. You can also help us by going to the Wildwood Wonder website, and there you can get different stuff that can help you on your homesteading and gardening and just adventures. So we have sketchbooks, and these are great for sketching out your ideas or just keeping information. So on that incubator, I actually use pages out of my sketchbook for that, and I've been recording all the times I've been planting my stuff in my sketchbook. A bug I left out of here? Squash bugs. Squash bugs, not my favorite, so they're not in here. But this is one that's pretty cool for this time because all the bugs are coming out. So we got helpful. There's lots of helpful bugs in there though, but Japanese beetle. Ah. So if you know a gardener, they will probably like this. We also have, look at my little pocket. Let's just see. Stickers. So we got decals. We have bees. Lots of bees. Trying to get some better light. What else I have in there? Armadillos. So we got armadillos. We have butterflies. More bees. I see a bee. I can finally see in there now. Thankful bees. Hungry bees. And last one, little baby girl armadillo. So if you'd like a sticker to stick on your car, on your Yeti cooler, or whatever, you can check it out there. And so thanks for following, guys. Bye.